Hi Virgos, thanks for joining me for the June. I was going to say April. How weird. So maybe something in April has to do with something now for some of you. But we know it's June, coming up of June of 2018. A lot of these cards are repeating, and you know, I get comments sometimes, oh, you didn't shuffle the cards enough. I shuffle them like crazy. I take the deck and I sit here in between readings. I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And then I just do the loose shuffle on camera. But I'm getting some repeating cards. That just happens. I mean, maybe it's sort of like a theme for everybody, I guess. Okay, but this is absolutely the reading for Virgo. Oh, by the way, this is a big month because we have the solstice coming up. And in the States here, it's the summer solstice. Some places it's the winter solstice. But this is a time of big change and shifts. We change seasons and we change and things, the events and our energy changes. And I am offering a reading. I'll tell you a little bit about it later. But there will be a solstice reading like the equinox readings that I did. Okay, so the Six of Cups. This is a card that keeps popping up. Six of Cups is some connection to the past. This is reconnecting to the past. This is somebody from the past showing up, it can be. Sometimes it has to do with children. Sometimes it has to do with your own childhood. And in the upright position, it's a good thing. You know, here's what I feel. I feel like some people, you need to clear the air. I feel like you're holding on to some. This is like holding on to some heavy burden and having to carry around this heavy load. And when in actuality, I think that this person really wants to make amends, that this person really wants to, you know, that this is, there could be some peace or some healing, definitely. Healing of relationships, I think, is going to be your headline, because that seems to be what this is about. You know, sometimes it's like, oh, you know, my childhood, this person did this to me, and it was this, and I'm still suffering for it, and I'm still carrying this energy around and all this kind of thing. And you might find out that, I just feel like it's not everything that you've built it up to be. That's what I really want to say. And that actually that there's some really beautiful thing that could come forth from it, some kind of healing. And especially if it's somebody in your childhood, or like if you're estranged from a family member or a sibling or something like that. And it's hard. It feels like it's this hard weight you've been carrying around, and it's not necessary. You can release it now. You can let that go. They've changed. They're not still that mean little kid or whatever that might be. And they have a different take on the whole thing. Or maybe they feel sorry about it. I don't know. But you'll never know unless you reach out and talk to them. And I don't think that you have to make, I think that they're going to show up. And you shouldn't like put on the wall, okay, screw you, I'm never talking to you. You should, if they show up somehow, even if it's like a coincidence, so-called coincidence, with Uranus changing, that could totally happen. Somebody just shows up out of the blue. Don't be so quick to judge or put up walls or put up barriers. Be a little more open to potentials and possibilities. The Two of Rods is here. So this again, this is really a card of like seeing your way to the future. This is the central card. You see the way to go, and it can make it a possibility. You can be victorious in what the future that you're dreaming for yourself, the path you want to go toward, is what lies down that path is you being successful, you being victorious, you being triumphant. So this is a great month for that. But additionally, the Two of Rods is also a card of partnerships. So again, it brings back that there's this partnership, this relationship that's looming around here. The Four of Rods is here. Some of you might be moving or changing your house or doing some big things around the house to change it up. And it's a change for the better, and it's a change for happiness. Some of you might be moving back home or something. Like if you've moved away from where you grew up, you might be moving back home. And you might be running into some of these people. Here's another thing. Don't listen to gossip. That's what this card's about. Listening to gossip. Don't let gossip be the guide of what, like, especially if it's about this relationship again. You know, it's just like, well, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's feeding the fire, feeding the fuel, fueling the fire to cause this rift that doesn't need to be there. Whatever the case, it doesn't have to be even about that, but it does seem like there's some gossip going on, and you just need to look down your own path, look in the direction you want to go. Don't let this, can be words of discouragement too, not only gossip. It's negative talk, it's negative speaking, people gathering together and, you know, that negative stuff. One of the reasons I was saying you might be going back home or something, because there isn't, I mean, this is leaving the past behind. It's a symbolic, you know, journey, and it could totally be with the solstice and everything, you know, it's this symbolic shift that we all go through, the shift in energy, and you might be heading in another direction. But it can also be, when these two show together, you might be moving, you might be relocating. And then this says cohabitating, but I saw coming home. And let that happen too when you look at these cards. That's what's magical about these cards. This is, I don't know if I mentioned the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, my own creation. But when you look at them, you see those words. Let those words pop. Like that says cohabitate, but I saw coming, you know. And then this is the Knight of Rods. I mean, excuse me, the Page of Rods. This is maybe a young person who's a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sag. But it also could be, it's the messenger, you know. The pages are the young, I would say all the young dudes carry the news. There could be some messages coming about that. And if you, this is too, if you're in a situation where this stuff is going on, this could be like, you get some news and you have a way out. You know, you have a way out. You don't have to stay in this environment anymore. Because sometimes this can be like water cooler too, because they're holding the drinks, you know. It could be like the gossip at the water cooler, the you know, the not employees, I guess employees, your co-workers or whoever. You know, this feels really some negative stuff. I like how this shows in this spread, the fact that this is above that. It's almost like it's telling you to be above this, and you are. Virgos aren't big gossipers, you know, usually they're not. They're pretty cool, you know, down-to-earth people. They're not really into all that stuff, and they're usually trying to help people rather than hurt people, but you see the path for yourself, you see the vision for yourself, you see the road for yourself, and it's paved with gold or whatever, you know, it's filled with success. Your future is so bright, you gotta wear shades, right? I don't want to get your animal totem, but real quickly I wanted to show you a couple things real quickly. In addition to, I want to show you guys the reading, but these are these new shirts that I've done. I mean, you probably, if you've watched my videos, seen these mandalas I do for each sign. I do them for personal charts, but this is the Virgo mandala. And what I've done is I've created a bunch of t-shirts that talk about, it has the Virgo symbol here, and they're in Mercury. So it has everything in here, Mercury, Earth, you know, does it have the Virgin in it? No. But it does not say Virgo, but that was intentional. I thought it was kind of cool, like your Earth sign, you're a healer, you know, it has all these keywords. I thought it was kind of cool because it'd be a conversation starter. You know, people could come up, what does their shirt say? What does that mean, you know? If I may do another version that says just Virgo on it, you know, but I think that's cooler to kind of go in that abstract way. And this is the solstice reading. I'll do your chart here and then the solstice chart around the edge. There's a lot of aspects this month. I mean, I've already wrote out all the aspects. These are, you know, a lot of aspects for this solstice chart. So we're going to look into many of them and how it affects your chart particularly. It's not strictly an astrology reading. It's definitely, you know, I'm based in astrology, but there's some psychic energy going on. But it's for you. It's only for you, for your chart. And we'll pull an animal totem on that too for the season, as I'm going to do for you right now. The solstice lasts for about 3 months, so it's like June, July, August, and it's into September. It's for the season until we get to the next change of seasons, you know. So people were like the other one, the equinox, and then they were sad that they missed out on it because it's limited time. So I said, well, offer it every season and see how that goes. If you like that t-shirt, by the way, you can find links at my site or below, but also the direct link to the Virgo t-shirt will be in the description of this video if you want to get that for yourself or somebody else. Be sure to check your rising and moon for more insights. And what is our Virgo animal totem going to be? The hawk. I like that for you. I totally get it, because that's like this. Perched high above, you peer down on the world below. Zero in on your target, then act swiftly with a mighty force. You have the ability to soar to great heights. What was I just saying about being above them? Not in a snotty way, in this kind of a way, you know, soaring to great heights. Also, seeing the path. He's looking at what he wants to do with himself. Just like the hawk sees its target and then it goes for it. That's what this is. You see your target, or you see your path, or you see the direction you want to go, and you go for it. And the hawk doesn't see anything else. You know, they zero in on what they're after. This peripheral stuff, which is what this stuff is, these people gossiping and nonsense, put that out of your mind. Focus on what you want, because you could really make some big strides this month. It's looking really favorable for you. This is an excellent card. Triumph, victory, being the best, being recognized, getting accolades. This is an awesome card. Everything in this spread is awesome except for these couple of cards. If somebody from the past turns up, don't be so quick to just blow them off, or, you know, give them a chance. Maybe give them a chance, okay? Alright, hey Virgo, so thanks so much for tuning in every month and purchasing my wares, including the decks. I have other books. I have adult coloring books that are really cool. The decks, the books, the readings, the mandalas, the t-shirts. Donating, all that stuff makes me continue to do the free readings every month on YouTube. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of June and a great solstice, and I'll speak to you soon.